Hi, everybody. This is Kathy L.Murphy reporting live from my little cabin in the woods, Murphy's Law. And I'm here with one of my favorite authors who's like family ever, Marilyn Simon Rothstein. And she has a new book. And this new book will be one of our 2025, our 25th anniversary of the International Public Queens and Timber Guys Book Club selections. And here you go. Who loves you best? Me,
Yeah,
I love you best.
I love you best.
So she's up there in a sweater. I'm down here with the air conditioner on here in East Texas because it's supposed to storm today. In fact, Marilyn, when I got up this morning, was getting ready, the electricity went off, and I like for no reason. So if my eye makeup looks a little weird, I was getting ready in the dark. So
You
we're
look
here,
gorgeous.
and you are reporting from Avon. Are you
Avon,
reporting
Connecticut, where it's
Avon,
fall,
Connecticut? Yep,
where it's
I'm
fall, and my book is a fall book. So, and I have my fall sweater, so I feel very coordinated.
well, there's leaves all over my driveway and on my deck, so I'm in the fall mode. It's just the temperature's not here yet. Fall is my favorite season of the year, which is
Me too.
perfect because you're one of my favorite authors because the from the moment I met you. You're like Adriana Trigiani, Jamie Ford. These people that I meet, I just have this connection. But people that can make me laugh have a very special place in my heart. And nobody makes me laugh harder than Marilyn. And nobody makes me crave more for these blueberry donut things that was in her last book. I still drool over wanting to go to that place where you talked about those crazy, what were they, crullers, or I don't know,
They're,
whatever it was. Yeah, they were
they're
great. But
giant.
anyway,
It's a giant blueberry donut, but no hole
I
because that
know.
would be a waste of space, right?
Oh, no,
You
we
gotta have
don't
the
wanna
whole
waste
thing.
a minute of that blueberry deliciousness, but I've never been so hungry reading a book in my life as I have, and it was such a wonderful read. I laugh out loud because, quite frankly, Marilyn, right now, everybody is so sad. We're post-COVID, everybody's credit card maxed out, but if you're gonna spend on anything, you gotta get this book, and I did notice that you had your last book on a special. Is it still on a special too? The
Yeah, it's still on a special, and the paperback of this is now on special. So,
y'all go to your
run over
website
to
and
Amazon, run over to your local Amazon, and that's where it's on sale.
all right, Marilyn. Well, let's hear about this new story because this makes is this your fourth book?
Yes, it's my 4th book.
Oh my gosh, I picked them all, everybody. So that's how much I
You
love
did.
'em. I mean, I am the queen, so I make up the rules. And people go, "Well, give other people a chance." And I go, "No, no, because you're going to thank me when you read this book because it's really, really great." And so I'm going to let Marilyn give us a little synopsis without giving anything away about how this book came into fruition and, the tease, the big tease, like hair tease. Give us the big tease on why we need to read this book.
Well, the tease is, how many books have you read about contemporary grandmas? Grandmas who work, grandmas whose children live on the other side of the country, and what would you do if you went out to watch your grandchild and there were already 2 other grandmas there?
Oh,
And
good
to
Lord.
top it off, your daughter's marriage is in shambles. This has to be dealt with comedy and heart, but comedy. So the main character, Jody, she has to decide what she wants to do with her life. And she's always done everything for her family, but now the question is, what would she do for herself? And I think that's the big question in this book. We all reach different stages in life where it's necessary to change. We know what we're willing to do for others. What are we willing to do for ourselves? So she goes out there to babysit, and it's not what she thinks. She leaves Boca Raton and goes to the Berkshires and thinks this is her fantastic week with her 8-year-old granddaughter. And these 2 other grandmas are there. One is 27 years old. I won't explain how that happened. You got to read the book. And her daughter's got quite a bit of problems with her professor husband. So I'll
I
leave you with that.
Well, it sounds like my life. No, I'm serious, I am a contemporary grandma. I mean, my grandson just started kindergarten. I cannot believe how the time flies. And I have to tell you, he is the apple of my eye. And I know I just love sharing that family photo you took not too long ago where you had them all standing out
Mhm.
and, talking about your book. I love your family support and how you're all into reading and writing and sharing and loving. But the only thing that can get you through the toughest times in your life is laughter and patience.
Agreed.
Because if you wait for it, you know, everything works out in the long run. It does. And no matter how bad things get, um, I always say, just wait for it. Just wait for
Mm.
it. And you wait for it in a really unique way with your book because you laugh along the journey. So now, Marilyn, for those who have not heard you before, because this is going to be going up all over the world uh, soon to
Even into space, it's going into
it's
space.
out. I'm gonna start an alien book club soon, so, yeah,
Okay, all right, that works for me.
I think, yeah, definitely we can get somebody to help us, get one started on Mars or something, but, it's gonna go everywhere, so where ho you are just naturally witty, and I know you go to the Irma Bombeck, writing thing every year, but where do you get this sense of humor? Where does this come from?
You know, growing up, children didn't say anything. It wasn't
Oh
like
my
it
god.
is now.
Yeah,
But in
yeah.
my house growing up, if you were funny, everyone paid attention. And I
Oh,
think I learned this at my parents' kitchen table. So using humor has always helped me my whole life. And my parents um, loved a good sense of humor. And we'd sit around the kitchen table and we talk about important subjects like other people's lives.
yeah,
And, and if you were funny about it, that got you attention.
yeah. Yeah, I love it. My parents didn't really have a good sense of humor because they were battling all the time. So anybody that could ever make me laugh, I just wanted to be around them all the time. So all of my closest and dearest friends are like Marilyn. They're loving, caring, and sharing. And I can't stress that enough. If you want to have a wonderful life, read Marilyn Rothstein's books and also, become her friend because your life will be a blessing indeed. So this book just got released this month, right?
This October 15th came out October 15th,
So it's hot
and
off the press,
it's
hot off
hot
the
off the press. It's it's laughter, it's funny, but I think there are parts you might want to cry because things get pretty tough for her, and she has a
well,
lot of decisions to make.
you
And
know, that's so true, but
so it's a, when they say about the movies, you'll laugh, you'll cry. You'll
yeah.
laugh, you'll cry.
Kinda like It's a Wonderful Life, I cried
Mhm.
so hard in that movie, but I also laughed when they were dancing and then the pool opened up. That still is my favorite scene where who ever heard of a pool covering that was electronic, but they had the dance contest on the floor, they're dancing away and somebody accidentally hit the button, so everybody falls into the swimming pool. I don't know, I just think that life is so short, you've got to look for the humor in things, and nobody ever knew humor better than Pat Conroy because when you would talk with him in person, he could make me him and Doug Marlette, which was one of his best friends and author, they can make me laugh like you, Marilyn. And they're the times that we treasure the most, when you have a good laugh and a conversation and a cup of coffee or share a meal. So, this is a perfect book club pick.
Yes,
So,
I think so. I think it's got a lot to talk about in it. Um,
um,
and it's more than what would you do?
it's
It's very
absolutely
real. It's very real. It's
it's
very what is
absolutely
happening
so
today.
So great. What would you think if I made it the January lead pick for the book of 2025 for the Kathy L. Murphy Big
You
Book Club
go. You
launch?
go. I'm into it.
Well,
You
who
know,
loves you best?
I was in
That's
the advertising business. I love publicity.
well, I'm telling you, who loves you best? That's us. So why don't we
Yes,
just start out with you in January and we'll talk and
I will be there. I
we
will be
will.
there.
Okay.
And,
All right.
Kathy, you know who loves you best.
Oh, I know. I know. I know. I know. And it's something that you can't put into words. It's just a feeling. But the minute I saw you, and the first time we met was when you came to my annual convention, which
Mhm,
was Girlfriend Weekend.
and
And
I didn't know you,
I know.
and we
And I
hit it
can't.
off like that.
What was our theme that year?
Lumberjacks, and I was serving,
Oh,
the authors were all serving, dinner. It was wild. It was such a good time.
barbecue. We had you all dressed like lumberjacks, and it was. I think it was it How the West Was Won? No,
I remember lumberjacks.
I think
You know
it,
what
yeah.
else I remember? You did Susan Peterson's hair
Susan
while
will
we
go
were at
down.
panel.
She will go down in history. She is the, Lucy I Love Lucy show where Ethel and Lucy are in the chocolate factory, and they're stuffing the chocolates in their mouth. Well, that
Mhm.
was the panel at Girlfriend Weekend that what people will probably remember the rest of their days, because while Susan was running the author interview panel with you and, oh my gosh, who else was on it? There was Barbara
Barbara
Davis on
Davis
it?
was on it.
Barbara Davis,
Deborah Mantella,
Deborah Mantella, fabulous
and I
author.
can't remember, there was one other person on it. Uh,
Well, we'll have to look back. I sent you the pictures, but
yeah.
well, I just told this to them right before we went up on stage, and we had set the stage up like it was a beauty parlor. Because for those that don't know, I started this book club when I opened the only hair salon bookstore in the country. And, nobody had ever done that before, so immediately I was getting calls from everybody from Oprah to Good Morning America, and Los Angeles Times came out to do a story. It was insane, and it's hard to believe, that was, like, now almost 25 years ago. But I'm not done. I mean, I'm just getting started. I've just got my second win, but I'm putting my name on it, like my Beyonce says, "Let's put a ring on it." Well, I'm
Yep.
putting a name on my book club, and it's the Kathy L. Murphy Big Book Love, because that's what it is. We're just a big love festival. But while we had this panel, and while Susan Peterson was interviewing Marilyn and all the authors, I told Marilyn I was going to give her big hair. And she goes, "You're gonna do what?" And I go, "Just think about a roller derby girl." Now, I'm dating myself because nobody even knows what roller
Mhm.
derby girls were, but they'd have these big beehives, and roller derby out there and just kill each other. But it's kind of a Southern thing having big hair, and my salon became known throughout the country as home of the big hair. And
Mhm.
what's really funny is I really don't have big hair, but I can jack it up to Jesus, just like Dolly Parton said. She said, "The higher your hair, the closer to God." So we were going to jack her hair up to Jesus, and that we did. And she never could see it till the very end.
Right.
And when she saw it, I think she just went, it's just, to this day, I, it really was fun. And then
Yep.
the last time we met in person, I had you. And I had, oh my gosh, ML Malcolm? No, no, who did I have with me? Uh, Ruthie, Ruthie, wasn't it Ruthie Landis? And we had from Birmingham, Alabama. And I made your hair big.
Yes, you did. I trusted you.
Yeah, and I was
You
looking at
hear that mower in the background? How come every
yeah.
time I sit down to write or to Zoom, somebody mows?
Well, I have to tell you that every time that I live in the middle of the woods, there's nothing going on here, but on campus, if I do anything on campus, the mowers are going by every single time. So that's why I could have drove back to campus and done it there, but I thought I'll go home. It's dead quiet here. It'll work great, and we'll record it without any interference. But I can't hear it from my end at all.
Okay, then
Usually, the
nobody can hear
mowing
it.
I have a meowing
I think
cat.
it's because of the theme of the grass in the book.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's what it is. That's what it
Maybe
is.
the grass is
Could be,
greener on your side.
could be.
Okay, so what all have you been doing since this book came out?
I've been running around. I've been doing,
I know you
uh,
did something with a
launches. I'm launching all over the place,
you're
rockets. I'm
launching, you're
launching.
doing the book
We're having a
club.
big party in New York, Friday night.
Is
That
that the one that is don't you have one that's being put on by a Jewish group or a Jewish council or something, or did you do
No, the
that?
one Friday night is being put on by a bunch of my friends,
Ah,
which
well, there
is it's
we
such an honor.
oh,
I
I'm so excited.
I
I'm
was
so
so
excited.
honored for that to happen, and that's what I'm doing, and, just getting out there and plugging away on the book, and, since I was in advertising, I enjoy marketing, so I'm marketing. So
She is a marketing
hopefully
genius.
hope
Yes.
the best compliment I can ever get about a book is when someone tells me that they were reading it in bed and their husband got annoyed by the chuckles and left the room.
Yep.
That when I hear that from someone, that's really makes my really makes my day.
Those
So,
sharper
uh,
objects. Yeah.
heard that
So,
quite a few times already about this book, so I'm feeling good about it,
well,
and I definitely
is your husband joining you on these wild adventures like last time he came to
yes,
our
yes,
annual
yeah.
conference?
He loves going around and,
He's
with the book
charming.
people. He
He's
loves going
very
with the
charming.
book people.
That's
So,
so great.
yeah.
And I know that your family is very supportive and all the kiddos and but it's great. You're getting kind of spread out though. You're now on both coasts, right?
Yes, my daughter moved to, LA, but one daughter moved to LA and one daughter moved to the town next to me.
Oh well. You
So,
know,
I've got
that's
one granddaughter living the town next to me, and I've got 2 grandchildren living on in LA, and that's why I am the person who should write the grandma a book about
you are,
living near
and
your
you're such a
children.
cool grandma because I it always irritates me. I was handed the librarian, my friend Jeff, my card yesterday to pay for some printing. And he goes, Kathy? He goes, you're a blonde? And because I got all these colors in my hair. I go, well, yeah, what color did you think my hair was? And he goes, well, I don't know. I've seen it pink, purple, all this. I said, it used to be blonde. And I just
Mhm.
refused to let it go to that other color, which isn't even on my color wheel. So that's why I change my color all the time. But it is so funny that you're on your fourth book, or it just went by in a flash, man.
Yes,
I just
8
can't
years.
even believe it. And you're building readership, and then you're in the Blue Sky Chat, which is a outstanding group of authors. I tell Marilyn and Barbara all the time, please send me your new books because publishers don't send me books anymore. I have to ask the authors to send them to me, and I would rather just have you just send it so I can read it. I was talking to Abbott Kohler, and I said, "I need your new book because I'm reading for 2025, and
I'm so glad to hear that. I'm
it's
so
gonna
glad
be
to hear that.
it's gonna be a great year, and I really do believe in the power of the written word. It can change people's lives. It can make you laugh. It can make you cry. It can enlighten you. It can educate you. But the best part about it, it has brought me the best friends in the whole wide world. I mean it. If I hadn't
Yes.
have picked your book, I may never have met you. Oh my God.
Oh, that would be so sad.
Because
I would be
what
very sad.
I have literally thousands of authors now that I picked through the 25 years, and I only have about 2 dozen that just really call me and keep up with me and everything, but we're friends forever,
Mhm.
we'll support each other. You call me, you need something, I call you, I need something. We just try to help each other out, but that's the way it should be in life. And
Absolutely.
if you haven't read a book since high school, I'm gonna tell you, Who Loves You Best will be the perfect book for you.
Yes. If you're gonna start reading or
Start
finish
reading
reading,
immediately.
whatever. If you're
If
in the
you
middle of reading.
if you download it from Amazon, they'll send you you read it online until your book comes in. Read the book, and
Thank you, Kathy.
you can get in touch with Marilyn through all of her accounts because you're on Facebook and Instagram,
I'm
and
on Facebook and I'm on Instagram, and I love being followed because I was born to lead.
she wants stalkers, y'all. Okay, you heard it from her now. That reminds me of Shah Rukh Khan, who's one of the most famous Bollywood authors in the world. And they said, "Don't you sometimes wish that you weren't famous?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I've worked my entire life to be famous. Why wouldn't I want people to follow me and do all that?" And I agree. I go, just have some good manners, folks. But yeah, everybody wants to be seen, everybody wants to be heard, and everybody wants their books read. So one of the best things you can do today is once this gets shared, share this with all your friends and family, everybody in your fan base. Send it out to any book club you know. Sharing is caring, right, Marilyn?
Sharing is caring, and I love the way you're thinking. Mwah!
Well, what's really wild is I said that a black crow flew behind your head and landed right behind you. And that is a sign that this book is going to go skyrocket because
I
crows
take your
are
word for
always,
it.
they're good luck for me. So I just did. I saw a blackbird just fly and it landed right behind your sweater. So I don't know if you've got birds flying around, but you're outside on your deck, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fall and fall in New England, the
You
best
know
time of
what?
year.
Really strange about this is that looks exactly like my backyard, my backwoods right now
Really.
too.
Yeah.
So, we think in this world we're so different because we come from different parts. We maybe not share the same cultures or religions, or I won't even say that, but political beliefs, whatever. I think reading is the one way that it connects people better than anything else in having that conversation. So, this is the one you're going to want to grab your girlfriends, go have a coffee, little coffee club meeting, sit around, talk about this books, and eat some of those dang blueberry monstrous pastries that you had in your last book. And let's see, tell us the name of all your books. So, we've got the first,
The first one is Lift and Separate. The
which is
second is
hysterical.
the second
Oh,
is
what's the
Crazy.
first thing for
What?
people out there, for women? What's the first thing women do when they get home from work?
Take off their bra.
Score! It's so funny. I heard David Sedaris say that at a concert one time. He said, "I met a woman and she said, when I get on the bus, I can take off my bra in 13 seconds." And he goes, "You don't wait till you get home?" She goes, "No, it's a long ride." She said, "How many in the audience take off your bra?" He said women, but how many of you take off your bra the first thing when you get home? And I think it was just like standing ovation. It was the funniest thing. So if you uh, can relate to that, you definitely want to read Lift and Separate. Then the next book is great, got another great title. Go ahead.
Husbands and Other Sharp Objects,
Yes, husbands,
which is
and you
why I
always.
refer to my husband as my sharp object.
Yes, she does, and he's got a great sense of humor too. And then your third book came out. We had that last time we met.
Yeah, we were on for that. That's Crazy to Leave You.
Crazy to Leave You, and I've got your luggage tags on all my suitcases,
I made luggage tags for
socks, I have all the.
swag luggage tags that said Crazy to Leave You.
Yep, and I have them on all my suitcases, and, so, who loves you best? I don't know. This I think when you go out to book clubs, you should throw them a kiss. Get you some Hershey
Okay.
Kisses, and you can probably get a real good deal from Carol Vandehinde because she works for the Mars Corporation, and she could probably get you some M&Ms
Oh,
with
what a
your.
good idea. What a
Yeah,
good idea.
M&Ms, Marilyn. I mean, she had custom M&Ms at, the last time we got together,
Uh-huh.
so her and Kathy Ramsber are doing a kind of a dual kind of blog thing right now. So I love it when authors share other authors. And I know you and Barbara's on my list for this coming year. But any of those other girls, if they get me their book, there's still a few
I
spaces.
I I will spread the word for sure. I will definitely spread the word.
So, when you wrote this book, what is the one message you wanted to get out to everybody that you think is important, the most important? Did we freeze? We froze up for just a second. Are you
Oh,
back?
yeah. We
You
froze,
froze.
yeah.
Now it's internet. It's because it's gonna storm here. So what's the most important thing you want people to take away from this book?
If you want a feel-good book, this is the book to read,
It is.
and you'll just enjoy yourself. If you just wanna enjoy yourself, who loves you best?
It's the best title and it's the best message, and I can't thank you enough, Marilyn, for doing this. I'm so excited about all the possibilities for what's coming. Are you working on a new book before we go?
Not right now, no. Right now, I am
Flying
out
high on yeah.
working this book.
Well, you work it, girl, all you can, and, whatever you do, the cat is behind you all the way. We're gonna get our stamp, our brand new it's a black and metallic gold stamp of
I gotta
approval.
have it.
I'll send it to you when I get off the phone. I mean, off the, Zoom call. So, I just wanna thank you enough. Any last messages to your new fan base that's gonna be hitting you at, like, a herd of cats?
Uh, I think yesterday was International Cat Day, so that's appropriate. But
Well,
Kathy,
here's an
just
international cat.
thank you for everything, and it's always a pleasure talking to you and always fun.
Well, all I can
Ah,
say is you're just perfect. Oh, man.
ah, meow. See you later.
I love you. Kiss,
I
kiss,
love you
kiss.
too. Bye-bye.
Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye, hun. I love you. Bye, Marilyn. Bye-bye.